10. Okay.
Hey.
How are you?
It finally worked. Oh my gosh. This is like driving me crazy. Like, what is happening?
Have you ever done a live before?
I have never. You are my first time to do a live.
Okay, cool. I had my mom on Tuesday, and she was also just like, "You need to call me and explain to me exactly what to do." So I'm so confused.
Yeah, so I requested you, and then it was like,
Oh, okay.
okay, you froze for a minute. So if you've been talking, I didn't hear anything.
No, yeah, it froze on my side as well. Okay,
Okay.
but you can hear me now?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, cool. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I am not in Texas right now. I am in
Oh,
Arkansas.
you are
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
Okay.
traveling and visiting friends.
Yeah.
So this
You're
is
in
cool.
Arkansas.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Arkansas.
Yes, Arkansas. I am in Arkansas. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you so
So,
much for joining me today.
oh, thank you for having me. I feel very privileged to be
Oh.
on the Katie show.
No, it's not a Katie. I've decided I'm just gonna call it 5 questions because literally all I do is 5 questions. Oh, you cheers.
I have my coffee. Cheers. Cheers to you.
How's the weather there?
It's beautiful and sunny today. Let me see
Okay.
if I can show you.
But you're
You
drinking
see, can you
tea.
see out there with beautiful
Yeah.
sunny weather?
Oh dear, yeah. Nice. So the
Actually
summer
quite
is all the
hot.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Well, so the way it goes is I've got 5 questions to ask you. They're all about you, so you know all the answers. Yeah.
That makes it easy when you know all the answers
You
already.
know, makes it so much easier. Okay. Cool. Oh, do you want to maybe we just want to like introduce yourself?
Okay.
Just yeah.
Okay. Um, I
That's not
am
a
Harriet.
question. That's not a
I
question.
am
Just
Harriet Watkins. Let me introduce myself. I am Harriet Watkins. I live in Fort Worth, Texas, in the United States. I have been a believer in Jesus Christ. Oh, for a very, very, very long time. We don't need to talk about ages here. It doesn't even matter.
we don't have to do that. You are my
We're
spirit
all
animal
God's
though.
children. We're always His kids. So I'm a kid. I'm a kid. And I've known Katie. Ooh, Katie, I've known you for over 10 years. You know that? We've known each other a long time because
Oh,
I've been in GK.
wow, right?
I started in GK in 2007. Where
Yeah,
were
and
you
I
in
joined
2007?
2008.
See?
I joined 2008. Yeah. Oh, hectic. Wow, 10 years. High five.
And she is like my sister. I love her so much. I love you,
Oh, I
girl.
love you too.
And
I
her
love
whole
you too.
family. I just love them so much. So anyway,
Okay, so
so
I
that's
mean,
about me.
yeah. So I mean, you mentioned it, and that actually it's a good segue just into question one. I want to
Yeah.
know. So when you became a believer, when you met God, what attributes did He introduce Himself to you as?
So I met God actually when I was 13. I became a
Okay.
believer, like got baptized and truly said, this is my life now at 19. But
Wow.
that always took us to church. She was very adamant about teaching us about God. And I was one of those nerdy kids that would sit in the back of church with her friends. And all the other youth were talking, and I would be taking notes of what the
in the back of the church.
And at 13.
Wow, at 13. Wow.
So I started talking to God at 13, and I had my sister at the time was married to a guy who had molested me.
Okay.
And that's when I started saying, okay, if you're real and you see what is going on, I need your help. Yeah. And that's when I really started hearing him. It was an impression inside of me, but I heard his voice talking to me and telling me that he was with me. And so, throughout my teens, I never let go of him. I didn't do everything right because you're a teenager. You're going to do stupid stuff. Yeah. But I always knew he was there with me, and I wanted to solidify that relationship. So by the time I was 19, that's when I got baptized. That's when I knew this is my relationship from now on. So, So, and like I said, we don't need to talk about numbers now, but, it's been a while.
Wow. Harriet, that must have been so precious, though, because I mean, so many people feel so alone in those moments.
Yes,
so God there.
And then, my father died when I was 16. My actual birth
your dad,
died when I was, he was sick, and he died at 16. So that's when then you really latch on to, well, who's my father? Who do I have to go to? He was it. So
my word. Sure, that's amazing.
Yeah. So he's been talking to me a long time. Say that again.
I'm saying I feel like I just want to soak in that, because it's such a. I mean, I don't even think. It's wow. Yes, that's really cool.
Yeah. So he was tugging on me early on. I think, like Chronicles says, I know the plans I have for you. So he knew all along what he wanted. So he said, I got to start talking to this early. So I her mind. So yeah. Okay. Next question.
Question number 2. Yeah. Question number 2. Can you share with us a big testimony, like in your life? Just testify.
So many things the Lord has done for me. Amazing.
Something maybe.
So I just have to pick one, right? I mean, I have so many. Oh my God. Okay, so
pick something recent.
Okay, so I will do that. Thank you. That helped me. I was like, okay, so I will tell you one that happened in it wasn't the first trip. It must have been the second trip. So in 2019, I went to Kenya.
Okay.
And I was visiting children and their parents in the slums of Kenya. And there was a child that I sponsor here in the U.S. that I went to see, and I went to see her mother. So this was my second trip. So I had met her mother on the first trip.
Okay.
And the second trip, I went back to see her mother again and talk to her. And God had given her, and this was just a crazy trip. It wasn't planned. It was like last minute. I was asked to join the trip and go. So I said, yes, I'll go. And since I had met her the first year, I mean, I had no contact with this woman a whole year. The next year I come, and she's jumping up and down, excited. When I'm driving up, she sees me and she starts waving and jumping up and down. So we get out, we hug, we just love on one another. And then she takes me to her little place where she lives, and she starts telling me this story that months earlier she had a dream. She and her children were out of money. They had a place to live, but it was real dicey because, where they live in slums, it's like slum living. You still gotta pay for your little lean
Okay.
to
Oh, okay.
metal home. So she had run out of money, and the Lord gave her this dream. And in the dream, I was there. And she was crying out to the Lord. She was saying, "Oh, Lord, please help my children. We don't have anything to eat. I don't know what I'm going to do." And she has like 4 kids, And I came along and I appeared in her dream and said to her, "Just wait for the old woman. Just wait for the old woman." And she says, "I don't understand, Lord." She said, and I woke up, after I saw you and you said that to me, I just woke up and I didn't understand what the Lord was trying to tell me. And, people came alongside me and made sure that we still have food to eat, and my neighbors helped me and things like that. And she said, "And now you're here." I had that dream. I didn't know if you were coming or not. I didn't even know you were coming. And so I came that day knowing that I was going to tell her that there was an older woman that helps women become entrepreneurs. So she kind of trains them and puts them in a program and gives them seed money so that they can start their own business. So about, I don't know, $200 US to put these women in a program. And they're like a cohort of women, so they can rely on each other once the woman's gone. Yeah. And I had already paid for her to go. So I was coming there to visit her, but I was going to tell her that this old woman was coming, and that she didn't have to worry about paying for anything because I had already paid for it for her. And it was amazing. I mean, I left there with like, the chill bumps you get, like, wow, you put me in someone else's dream. I mean, that blew my mind. Like, months before. Right. Months later, I know how I'm going to use you, and you're going to go on this trip. And I hadn't even planned to go on the trip. It was like last minute. It's amazing. I get chills. Talk about it again. Like,
I mean, again, right before I know the plans I have for you.
I mean,
wow,
it was amazing. I mean, my mom was like this, like, she said, "Yes, I saw you. I saw you in my dream. You told me to wait for the old woman." What? Amazing.
Wow.
And humbling, right? And humbling, because you're like, God, you chose me. You chose me to use in this way.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So yeah, I want that experience again. I just
want to. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. So question 3, can you share with us a recent conviction?
Oh, yes. It happened this morning. The Lord convicted me that I cannot harbor ill will against anybody. Okay, so there's a situation going on in my family.
Okay.
Where my one of my siblings says something to my grandchild, and it's upsetting everybody.
Okay.
And it was. She didn't tell my grandchild what she knows, but she intimated to the grandchild that she knows something about the grandchild. The grandchild doesn't know. And so it's not.
Oh, Harriet, you froze a little.
Say, And I said, "You're right, Lord. Please help my sister to have discernment as she speaks to people, because you cannot just say any old thing you want anytime."
Yeah.
So that was my conviction this morning. Like, no,
but the conviction is to you, right?
It's like that. Like, no, we're not thinking that way. You're right. You're right. Okay.
Oh, that's actually such a deep thing, hey? Like, if you really, because you constantly have to search your heart and be like, no ill will. I'm not harboring anything towards it. Oh, my attitude towards that person is just a little bit. Oh, it's hard.
And so in your carnal nature, you want to be like, oh, but you have to say, no, not my will, it's your will, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, that's the choice to love.
Oh, man.
Love, you know, I actually read 1 Corinthians 13 this morning again. Just, you know, everything that love demands of us. It's.
I know, girl. Ain't it?
I'm just like, God, this is why you had to be loved, because you need to teach me. I can't do none of this.
Ooh. And so, and you know, that's the message too, is that it doesn't matter how many years you've walked with the Lord, you're still going to have those times where you're going to revert back to that, and you have to catch it. You can't just wallow in it and say, you know, you have to like no.
Yeah.
That's not
not
what we're doing.
Let it take root, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fresh. That's fresh from today, girl. Fresh right now.
From today.
Anyway, okay. So next question.
Okay. Question number 4. Can you share with us what's your favorite Bible verse in this season that you find yourself in? What's your favorite Bible verse?
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's great. You should always preface that question for in this season, because you have so many favorites, right?
Yeah. So what is one you find yourself?
One of my favorites. Okay. Yeah. I have a couple. I'm just going to tell you. So Romans 11:33 through 36. Right?
Okay.
And it says, who has known the mind of the Lord? Who has been his counselor? Who has ever given him that God should repay him?
Yeah.
From him, through him, and to him are all things. To him be the glory forever. Amen.
Yeah.
I love that scripture.
Wow.
That means that God is beating all of this mess on the earth. He's beyond it. He's above it. He's got everything.
That's why he can be God, right? Because he's like, he concedes it. Yeah.
And then my other one is Psalm 73:25. Psalm 73, I think I could be off by one scripture, one way or the other. Psalm 73:25 says, not my, what to say? My heart and my head may fail, but the Lord is the strength of my life forever.
Yeah. Now you're making me want to sing, right? That's the song.
Okay, so 25 says, whom have I in heaven but you?
Yeah.
I don't have nobody else but you.
Yeah, but you.
And the earth has nothing I desire. I'm like, yes. And then it says, in 26, it says, my flesh, this stuff, my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. So that's what I love.
Oh, wow. What a beautiful promise, hey?
Yes. Yes. So I know that I'm failing sometimes. You know, sometimes I say to myself, oh, I'm missing it. I'm messed up, Lord, you know. But hey, you're the strength of my heart and my portion forever. You got it, Lord. Even when I messed up, you still got it. So yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So that's my favorite scripture
for this season.
For this season. I'm trying to tell you.
Last question. If you had to meet a Bible character, but it has to be like somebody random, you know, it can't be like one of the main guys. Who would you meet?
I think I would like, there's lots of people you want to meet in the Bible, right? But I would like to meet Abigail, because
David Abigail.
Yeah, but before she married David, you know, she had Nabal, who was her husband. And he was a jerk. He was just like a huge jerk.
Yeah.
And she had the wisdom to see what was happening and to act on it, even though he
Yeah.
was being a jerk, you know?
Yeah.
And I would love to talk to her and just talk to her about her.
Wow.
And then
Yeah.
David married her after that.
I'm telling you. And the one thing I remember about that story is that when David sends his servants to say, "Will you marry me?" It says, and Abigail got up quickly. I was like, yes, quickly. This girl was like, I was waiting.
She really had insight, right? And discernment. She saw what was happening. She could read what was happening. She could read the room, as they say. She could read the room and say, okay, yeah, this is what we're doing. You know,
sure. Okay.
I want to have that kind of wisdom, and I want to have that kind of discernment where I can see what's going on and act on it and know that God's leading it.
Change the outcome, right?
Yes, exactly.
David and him were going to slaughter everybody there. Everybody there. Yeah.
Let me tell this quick story. I was at church and I was serving at church. And a guy came up and said, "Hey, I just want to let you guys know that this particular person won't be at church." He had a card. He gave us this card with a guy's name on it and said, "This person can't come because he's homeless, living out of his car, and he has a dog, and he didn't want to leave the dog in the hot car to come into church."
Okay.
And so, I mean, they got to talking about the logistics of the guy not being there, what they're going to do, and I'm thinking, let's go get this guy. Let's give him a place to stay. Let's help him and his dog. Why can't he bring the dog in? So I was talking to another one. She's like, "Yes, let's do it." And she said, "I'll go and get him." And she couldn't find him. I guess he had driven off before we could get back outside to get him. But I'm just saying, you want to be in the moment. For whatever God brings across the path, how do you want me to act in this moment? That's just an example. It's just like, wow, yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
I love that. We can have conversation forever on this stuff.
We can. But that's why I'm limited to these 5 questions, right? Because then I'm like,
excellent questions. Because stuff is happening in life.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do this with me like every quarter, and I have something new because it's moving. It's moving. Things are happening.
Thanks so much for joining me today, Harriet.
This was so much fun. I love it. I love it. I had to share all my dirt and stuff that's going on and my bad attitude and everything.
That's the point, right? Is that we share the good and the bad and just our journeys, because you don't know who's picking up something from your story, and it's encouraging them where they are.
Yeah. And ironing, sharpening iron, right? Like the Bible said. We have to sharpen each other.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good to see. Is your sister there?
She's on the phone in the other room.
I just want to tell her hello. Well, tell her hello for me.
Let's see. Maybe she'll come out for a second. Tigezo? No. I'll get her to take a picture and send you a little video message.
I talk to her on Instagram sometime. We chat for a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like to visit back in your part of the world? I'm itching to come visit somebody.
Like, you must come to me. You must come to me, right? This is the plan.
I've only been once, and I have to come back because there's more you got to show me. I know.
So we will see each other soon.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Harriet, I'm going to call it there.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You. Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, bye.
Enjoy Arkansas.
I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, enjoy Little Rock.
I will.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.